Welcome back, y'all. Today we're going to do a color video. Sorry for the delay. There's a lot of different approaches that you can take with color. What's up? How you doing, Raul? One of the ways that you can do it is what we call a la poupe, P-O-U-P-E-E. It means all at once. Poupe actually comes from a French word meaning doll's head. And the theory is that when these doll painters were painting the head, they would paint it all at once. That's where we get this printmaking term, a la poupe. But that would mean just like mixing all your different colors, having your image, say this is your image, and painting all of the greens, the blues, the brown for the stick. That reminds me of a joke. What's brown and sticky? A stick. You're welcome, dad joke. So that would be if you did all the brushing of the colors, like additive, onto your plexiglass at one time, run it through the press, boom, one layer, one color, or all these different colors, a la poupe. But what I'm going to show you is a way of doing it through layering. And what's cool about this is, so this is going to be my image here. What's cool about this is what I could do is I could now put this on the front side of my plexiglass and trace all of the detail if I wanted to. And then when I go to do it, then I could see all of the placement of the different colors. So if I wanted to do one layer just blue, I could do that. Run it through the press, line up my paper, then do all the greens as a second layer. Once you clean that off, do all the greens, put your piece of paper back in the exact same spot. Everything should line up. So that's one thing that you can do with the plexiglass is nice because you can see through it. You can kind of see your different layers. I'm going to do a stencil kind of approach, and you can see that I've laid out most of my color here. I just wanted to show you, when you get white or any of these colors, make sure your knife is completely clean, and a good way to test that is testing it on your gloves. Don't gouge. Remember, it should be clean and flat like this. Go in one clean layer all the way around. We go through white quite a bit, which actually this has a bit of a skin on it. So sometimes you're going to encounter ink that has a bit of a skin on it like this. You just need to get the skin out. Sometimes there's usable ink on there, which on this there is. Boom, I'm going to take that, move it over here to my palette. Now you can see I'm using a larger palette this time because with the ink, you're going to need a little bit more space for laying out your various colors. So all the different colors, red, blue, yellow, white, black, we have all of those that we can mix. And that's the fun thing, is to mix these colors. That's what I'm going to do here. I've already pre-mixed an orange. I'm going to take a little bit of the white and make a lighter orange here. Like that. That looks good. Now when you're mixing, it's important to press down the ink. So kind of redistribute it, press it down like that. It'll intermix those colors. The first thing that I'm going to demonstrate is called a rainbow roll, also known as a blend roll. In screen printing, we call it a split fountain. It's kind of addicting. A lot of people will use this, and it can be kind of gimmicky, but it's a lot of fun too. Once you know how to do a blend roll, it's pretty cool. It's like the name implies, rainbow. You can make a nice gradient. So I've got this sort of peachy orange, and I'm going to roll this out. So I'm going to put it here. I'm making a bit of a sunset. I'm going to put it right there. Let's take a little bit of the straight orange, and I'm going to put that there. Then I'm going to mix a lighter blue. Now keeping in mind it can't be too close to where my birdie is because the bird is also blue. We want contrast. I'm going to take this white, take a little bit of blue, it's tending to be a little bit purplish, but that's cool. Mix that up by kind of squashing it down, redistributing it. and then voila. We're gonna put this here like this. I just need to kind of squeeze down like a little bead of it. We don't need a ton of ink. Then I'm gonna take my brayer. Make sure your brayers are clean once you're done, but also before you start, so someone didn't leave a little bit of air and ink on it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this through those inks, and I'm going to move it one way or the other, like this way, and then I'm going to move it this way, offset it a little bit, so those colors will do a nice blend. Isn't that beautiful? Look at that, nice little gradient. We got a spot here on our brayer, but that's okay, we'll work through it. Then I'm gonna lay this out on here. It's not gonna fill my entire image, but it's about the same size as this, so it is good. Make sure you line it up in the same spot. There we go. I'm not going to do it all the way out. You get the idea. But look at this nice, beautiful gradient here. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut out my bird shape with a pair of scissors, and I'm going to get ready to print this. This first one, I'm going to use a stencil to block out a shape. I'm going to block out the shape of the bird. On here so that it'll be gradient in the background and the white space of a bird. So I'm just going to cut this out with scissors. Hey. And then the next step will be to print this. Remember, this is what I'm shooting for here, so I'm going to block this out like this, just laying it here like so. And then I'm going to print this. That'll be the second part to this. I'll just go ahead and print it, you'll get the idea. But what I'm also going to do is print the halo once that's done using the ghost ink for my cognate print. And what I'll do is I'll leave this on the first time. It's going to block out and leave the white of the paper. Then I'm going to peel this off and print the ghost print, so you'll see a halo of light ink, darker ink where it protected the ink behind. So I'm going to print that. That'll be the second video. You'll get to see that. Peace.